It's a first Friday in Clemson, South Carolina. That means a parade, cheerleaders, and also a great matchup between two perennial college soccer powers as the homestanding Clemson Tigers take on the Stanford Cardinal. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Munson, along with Kevin Kennedy. We welcome you into historic Riggs Field here in Clemson, South Carolina. Not bad when you get number 2 versus number 5.
Yeah, Don, these are two of college soccer's blue bloods, and this is a game that I think will be decided in midfield.
It will be a classic matchup, certainly, between these two. And let's talk a little bit about the history between these two, because they are blue bloods. They're that for a reason. Clemson last year, here at historic Riggs Field, knocks off Stanford 2-0 to advance on to a College Cup, and oh, by the way, a national championship.
Yeah, and then you turn the page and go back just a few years. 2019, same stage of the tournament, Elite Eight. Stanford advances on penalties, and that was their last College Cup appearance.
And Stanford has won 3 national championships. Clemson has won 4 national championships. Let's talk about this year's teams, though. When you talk about Stanford and the Cardinal, they have probably the best player in all of collegiate soccer.
Yeah, Zach Bohan, who plays out wide right for them. Absolutely phenomenal player. Last year, he was an all Pac-12 selection with 8 goals and 11 assists. Always dangerous in the final third. Clemson will have to have a close eye on him tonight.
Clemson, when we flip the card and start to look at them, it's a transfer from Virginia Tech, Misei Yoshizawa, that has been a big impact player so far.
Yeah, in just 2 games into the season, he has not taken too long to settle into this team. Absolutely electric, really dynamic, and again, a guy that can get forward and score goals.
It is the first matchup ever in ACC history for Stanford. It is a full stadium here in Clemson, South Carolina, as we get set for the kickoff here between Clemson and Stanford. Just a beautiful day here in the upstate of South Carolina. As you can see, a little bit of cloud cover, but making it pleasant at 77. Not expecting any type of precipitation as we work our way throughout the evening. Stanford starting lineups looks like this under Jeremy Gunn, who mentioned Bohan, but you better also keep track of DeFlores as well.
This is a team, Don, that is returning 9 starters from last year's team that advanced to the Elite Eight. So
flip it over, Clemson's starting lineup. This is a guy they will run a lot of stuff through number 6.
Yeah, he's exceptionally technical, good wits about him. This is a player that even Coach Gunn mentioned is a player that Stanford will have to have a close eye on. He can dictate the tempo of the match.
Both of these clubs, thank you for wearing jerseys that are readily identifiable. So Stanford will kick things off here to get us underway here in Clemson this evening. Need to mention right away that Adam Lundegaard, who would traditionally is a captain for Clemson, would traditionally be on the back end of things on that defensive back, not there because he had a red card last time for Clemson in the draw against South Carolina in Columbia a week ago. So that means that one Lucas Magnuson gets forced into the starting lineup. And forced may be a bad word, but he's going to be the guy that at least is going to be asked to step in, fill the void.
Yeah, true freshman. Good, solid player from Iceland, but still, this is your first college game in this type of environment. He'll be tested early.
Try to feed it down the wing. Look for keeps it in play. That's going to be dangerous out front. Clemson trying to clear, and they do.
History on the road to a venue they were just at 9 months ago.
And we will talk a little bit more about that. 3 new members have been added in to the Atlantic Coast Conference. Here's Clemson's first real push, trying to work it off, and that ball, Clemson looking for a clean throw in. Trying to turn, and that ball is going to be touched last. Stanford, that will turn into a corner here.
And this is another facet of the game.
Oh, it's headed in a score! Just like that, lightning strikes for Clemson.
I believe that was Tyler Trimnell getting on the end of that.
2.5 minutes in, bang, go the Tigers.
Lundegaard is on set pieces. He's so dangerous, but Trimnell gets here first. Oh my, looks like it took
a double
touch.
Yes, it was double touched. Trimnell, then I think that it actually touched Magnuson and went in.
Yeah, or either that came off of
a Stanford player, one of the two.
I think if it was last touched by Cleary, I think they will still credit Trimnell with the goal there. He put that on frame.
And they credit Trimnell with a goal. And if you can have that man that can give you the long throw, and it's such a weapon. Good throw deep into the box. Out front, Clemson trying to clear it out. Finally do. Long run. Chased down. Stanford will push it right down the sideline. Bank with it. Looking to center. There's a header. One hop. And a very athletic keeper for Clemson.
That's adding in just the center back.
There's the record under Noonan when Clemson scores first. They don't lose off. And there's a great save by Andema, though, made. And then Clemson going to relieve the pressure as they clear it. And we get a late whistle and a stoppage of play. We may get a replay.
Initially, the first save, just Magnuson misses the clearance there, but well taken, good reach. Looked like minimal contact there, but
and I think they're going to go and come back and take a look. Mike Noonan, so look down, hands up in the air. Both coaches are going to be called over. My guess is they're going to go back and take a look at that play on Andema.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations where the attacking player has taken a touch away from goal. So I think Andema, as soon as he saw that touch, tried to pull out of the challenge. Tough to see from my angle if he had any contact, though. He makes the initial save, which is outstanding.
I
think that's a dive.
I think he was diving.
The ball had already been played away.
Yeah.
He kept his leg in there, but he made more of it than it was. It looks worse from this angle, doesn't it?
Andema's trying to go for the ball there. And obviously there is contact that does bring down Jackson Keel.
Well, I think it has to be overwhelming to turn it over, right? I don't know.
Yeah, he saved it, and he's going after it. You know, and actually, Andema gets the worst of it. He takes the knee to the head. But a long look at this. Here's the thing, Kevin, as we take a look from this angle, I think it makes him look like he's much closer to the ball with that angle than the outside angle when we were looking at straight towards net.
Well, and the body language there tells me he almost looks more committed to going down than getting a second touch on the ball. I think it's always interesting, too, when they look at it in replay in slow motion, things always look worse in slow motion. You know what I mean? A still picture looks different than a real-time video.
That's why good directors, good editors. We're going to call both coaches once again together. One coach is going to be happy, one coach is not.
I think you could tell from the body language. He's going to have a word with both teams. This is interesting.
Captains get involved.
Penalty for Stanford.
Yeah, they're going to award a penalty kick. So we've had a lot that's already transpired here in the first 5 minutes and 16 seconds. A goal just 2.5 minutes in. And now an opportunity here. Stan, this is interesting that both Andema along with Keel, they're talking to one another. Hey, where do you plan to go with this ball? Well, I really don't want to tell you, but... Riley looks like it's actually going to take the kick. Penalty. We are tied at 1. Good placement low into that right corner.
It's a good penalty. Well done.
Reverse call on the Clemson keeper. Riley takes advantage. That's really, really nice penalty kick right there. That's almost impossible to stop.
Yeah, and Dama chose right, but he hit it with enough pace. You could have told me a lot of things, but if you told me this was going to be 1-1, 5 minutes in.
This is a dangerous situation here for Clemson. Ball played in. One hops. And Damon comes out with it. Now will he try to get something going quickly the other way? He's tapped, goes down, and another stoppage of action. Shane DeFlores, I think, the guilty party. He's the one being talked to.
You can see, and Damon looks like he wants to play quickly here, and DeFlores definitely obstructs him a bit, but and Damon's looking for the contact there.
Center, headed out, headed right back in. That'll be a push from behind. Can tell you one thing, we're going to find out what has been very obvious here in the early going. This match is going to be physical.
Yes, sir, and that's an easy call for the official. Just
funny whistle, and this is off the ball. And a little conversation will be had. Trimnell lifts up the jersey. Says, Mr. Adnan's not playing nicely.
And those are
hooking his jersey.
Two extremely physical players. The center official's going to have his hands full tonight. He's got
going to push it to open space. Clemson will attack. We'll play it back through.
Just miscommunication there from
sliding tackle will carry it out of bounds for a Stanford throw in. All right, let's go back. Let's look up here and see what we can find. You can see the action there between Trimnell along with Adnan that drew the whistle.
Well, that's one of those cases where the defender will just wind up a forward and look for a reaction. You've got to keep your composure in those situations.
Ball deflects, comes out front. Stanford will keep it in the Clemson half. Damon comes out, ball deflects off him as a collision towards the top. Clemson carries it out. Flynn with that left foot, Trimnell the run. Can't get there. They'll play it down for Clemson on the midfield stripe. Yes, Illuminato.
Hey, Don, just feels like this thing is a little bit of a powder keg right now, doesn't it?
Yeah. See is, ooh, he took that one right off the face.
Illuminato there just right off the chin, didn't he?
So he got up, tried to run, came to midfield and went down. Athletic trainer for Clemson will trot out. Razienski. So you want to see just how deep this league is. We can show you what Stanford, Cal, and SMU are all stepping into. Will have been ranked in the top 25.
Absolutely.
So off with a little assistance was Antonio Illuminato.
Coach Noon's going to have a decision to make here because could be forced into using a substitution if they're going to pull him off here for concussion protocol. There's a little banter between Adnan on Trimnell.
Yeah, that was the earlier one where we had a stoppage of play. And what did I do? So it looks like we're going to get Paz is going to check in. Paulino Paz. Freshman midfielder from Bolivia. There's one more look at the action there. And from that one, you can definitely see that from that distance, Trimnell much more provocative than Adnan was.
Yeah, and Don, this is perspective of a former player and a former coach, not saying anything is going on, but so many area, so many tricks of the trade just to get under the forward skin and get him to think not about the game of soccer. But certainly that doesn't look like anything there. It's just two players. Adnan's not conceding ground, and just a little too much from Tyler Trimnell there.
So they are looking at this. You can see Trimnell there is holding up his shirt and he's saying, "Look, you want to see where he scratched me? That almost looks like he said, look, I got a mark right here in my body where he got me."
His body language would tell you something that he feels like he was pinched or scratched or something.
Yeah, that won just under 6 minutes to go. The goal by Clemson just 2.5 minutes in. Trimnell, and then there's another play. Ooh, that's dangerous there, and Dama stepping in was Keel.
Yeah, and that just happened just before the stoppage,
right,
for Illuminato, and that, I believe
you can actually see him down. See on the replay down far left corner.
And when he stopped to go over and check on him, that's when Ndema was still so incensed about. He was yelling at the referee. It's not been short on drama. How much soccer have we played? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah. Well,
what's going on?
Talking here to the two coaches. I mean, I understand that, but it'd be nice. I think the whole building would like to know.
Absolutely.
So apparently, looking for what they call violent behavior. I got sent to the principal's office back in the day for that kind of stuff. Yes. So I guess that we were at number 2, identifying players for disciplinary matters, right? That's
so we just have 22 players on the field.
Good push to the sideline. Clemson there defensively. Oh, right on net. And Dama there. That was
crowded in that penalty area. It's hard to see who gets the last touch on this, Don.
Actually off of a Clemson player. That was almost an own goal for Ganaz. Bring the attack into the Clemson half. Very good long carry. Bank. Long possession for Bank. Finally gives it off. Bohang trying to push it in, and Dama will just let that go in the flip sides.
It's very well organized from Stanford. And that's one of the things Coach Gunn talked about was
top of the box, shot fired, deflects, settled. Again, a shot deflected. Good angle of attack here. Good sliding tackle and stays in bounds. That's excellent defense.
Possession they've had this game.
He will cross it. Good settle. Meinard. Left-footed shot. Bounces out. Chip up and over. One down, and that'll be a foul call there on Clemson. Push from behind. So you see this. Ooh. That almost looked like it caught the hand, didn't it? Caught the arm.
It was high up the shoulder, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Madden.
This was the tackle. That's excellent defense. And just to be able to keep that. Bank, the quick throw in. Cross. It goes along the end line. What's the call?
Oh, it's called corner.
Call a corner.
Last touch from Okunlola must have drifted over that end line. Dama Tavoli, clever, made it look like it stayed in.
Anyway,
That just breaks the plane there, doesn't it?
comes out, headed back. Clemson kind of hesitated on that head back. Stanford able to pounce on it, keep it in. Here's another floater back up. Stanford again controls. Push into the box. Good defense, though.
It's good patience. You don't want to concede a corner here.
Ball centered out front. Whistle.
It's well done from the assistant referee in both of those examples. He's good position. He sees that this is what I call the foul there.
So Clemson will look to see if they can organize something. They'll chip it forward. This is onside. Or is it? Nope, it's not onside. Not mine, but Trimble. That's a tackle, and it'll be a throw in Clemson. Riley went down. Well, he was looking for a call and didn't get it. Earlier, the Flores play. That's just a good job of getting in front of the attacker. Shot deep. And Stanford settles it in the Clemson half. Look to push it through. Top of the box. Shot.
It's Jackson Kill again. Dangerous little half chance, and that's what you want to do. You want to force a save, squeeze that space between your back line.
Feed, headed. Head towards the corner. Clemson doing a good job of pressuring that. Stanford a good job of handling that pressure. Good feed. Flynn pushes it off the wing again. Tries a centering pass, but again defended well. Gibe comes across, tries to come up with a steal, and that ball is out of bounds in the sideline for a Clemson throw-in. Oh, look good. Back touch heel. Oh, Yoshizawa, nice little turn. Carries it, fed it out front, just a little too heavy on the touch. Yoshizawa going to jump right back on it, though.
You get a picture of why he's been so dangerous. Because it's frequently in Cary, and the crowds are pretty good, and there's usually a team from the southeastern part of the country in that College Cup.
Chance for Stanford as they feed it at the top, but Clemson clears it. And a late whistle and a foul call for that game.
Yes.
I don't care what the weather what kind of weather it was. There would be more than 8,300.
Oh, danger here.
Clemson maybe got a little too conservative with that, passed it along the top.
Well, again, hats off to Stanford there defensively. One of the things I think Clemson is so effective at doing is in and around the penalty area, they can combine centrally. And they've managed to clog that space and not...
Subs will come in for Clemson.
Contact there.
1, 2, 3 fresh bodies coming in. See the subs coming up on your screen. Get into clearing. Ball clear, but right out front. Left-footed shot deflected. And Dama races out. But over pause. And you see Chow will come in. His keel will go out.
And Chow's a player that...
The ones that you think give you the best advantage to win.
Well, what was so interesting to me is sometimes it's the right lineup and not necessarily what you think is this player or that player is my best player.
Can't quite settle it. The defense of Stanford is there, and they clear it into the Clemson zone. Race for it, and that ball will be touched by Clemson.
Well has turned that defense of the opposition, just put the ball in behind him. DeFlores has pace, and Magnuson does well to just cut out the cross.
Bit of a low line drive. It's headed out.
Lola's down.
Long time. Yeah, there's 2 players down for Clemson. One back along the end line, and one right there where the whistle was blown. So first, Lola gets up. Looks like he's all right.
That's Yoshizawa down now.
Yeah, Yoshizawa. All right, let's take a look at both of these.
Looks like Okunlola maybe caught a little bit of an elbow there.
Yeah, looked like, and then Yoshizawa. Oh, oof. And that's incidental contact there. That's innocent. Yoshizawa, took a big blow that time from Bohane, and Bohane was involved the last time that Yoshizawa went down, and he took a big blow right there. Watch this. He comes with intent there. You can see him lowering the shoulder, looking for somebody.
I tell you, Yoshizawa's been on the receiving end of both of those within a 60-second span, and certainly begs the question of at what point does he opt to pull a card out of his shirt.
It's DeFlores taken away, and then a trip, and again foul called here on Stanford.
Well, Coach Noonan's incensed, and he's given the 4th official an earful. I think it's deserved. This is outstanding defending here. 1v1 for Magnuson. He's able to strip it. And there's...
It gives it off Sandy. G-Bear quick touch. Yoshizawa pushes it through. Trying to cross it, but deflects, and that should become a corner for Clemson, and it will. Let's handle this corner. Bends it in, headed out.
I think that was Groneveld there on the clearance.
G-Bear going to send it in, headed out. And then just cleared. Lola, good touch. Yoshizawa.
Yeah, just the deftest of touch there to take the pace off of that.
Playing out front. G-Bear, is he going to load it up and fire? He will. It'll become a corner.
There's Chow getting there at the last second. Well, it was Trimnell who drew first blood on corner kick just a couple of minutes in the game.
There's a bender in, fisted out. I was trying to push it back in the middle, but cleared. And they push it off the wing. Richmond carries it all the way to the line, and that's good defense there, just taken away from him on that line. And a nice job of pushing it forward on the foot of DeFlores. DeFlores, though, has it taken away from him. Clemson comes back on the attack, pushes it through. Chip it up and over, nobody there. A little too long as it goes along the line. Finally, will become a goal kick. 50-50 ball just lands. Oh, that deflects. Now comes Schneble. Oh, he doesn't play that well, and that was fortunate that he got a fortuitous bounce and was able to clear it.
Yeah, he came out really, really well on that. And
there's a whistle and a foul called. Who's this going to go against? A stop action. And finally, we're going to get a card.
What's always amusing to me, Don, is it's the one that you don't really see anything in it. I mean, he's taking a chance as an attacking player.
Tony Gradias. Alfonso Tinconi Gradias draws the card. You can see the grab of the jersey by Duquesne.
I got to be honest, he's missed it.
He did.
It's the yellow Duquesne there.
I'm going to agree with you.
But again, to me, there was just nothing in it that said, "Wow, this is so egregious. This has to be a yellow in this moment."
We thought maybe that Bohane was going to draw one, but you got to also remember he's carrying the moniker of the best player in collegiate soccer. Here's an opportunity. Good tackle and attack comes out, and they're going to call that a penalty. They're going to call that a penalty on Schneble. And he doesn't like that at all.
Well, big moment here, and we'll have to regain his composure quickly.
Something about first 5 minutes and last 5 minutes.
Well, we talk about all the time, right? Those are the moments where your concentration has to be the absolute highest. And
all right, let's take a look at this.
Yes, Minor gets the first touch, but I think he gets a bit of the ball first. To everybody out there in the goalkeeper union, I might be with the goalkeeper in that moment.
Yeah, that is a very difficult call. Official will come over. And a yellow card has now been issued to the head coach, Jeremy Gunn of Stanford. So they are going to go back and review this. Now, this is going to be interesting on review. Because I'm kind of like with you. I'll be really honest, I thought that was a clean play.
Yeah, it looks like Meinhardt gets the touch first. Schneble gets a piece of it, but certainly after Schneble, it looks like he gets a piece of it there. But from a different angle, did his leg make contact with Meinhardt before his hands made contact with the ball? And if that's the best angle, I don't think there's enough to turn it over. You know,
here's another angle farther out.
It looks like there was initial contact before his hand got a piece of the ball.
Here's a good look, maybe. See where.
It's tough. I mean, if it's supposed to be concrete to reverse the decision, I don't know if that's quite concrete enough. I think this is probably your best look.
We saw him. He touched it once, and his hand gets to the ball. See, before he got to the body, I thought right there.
Well, I think there's going to be one.
So they're going to come out, look at this, call the two coaches over. Oh, Mike Noonan slaps his head. They're going to reverse this. So they will reverse the call here. No penalty kick, and they'll have a drop ball. So he said that he did get to the ball first.
But here's what
so we had one that was originally called a clean play that got turned into a penalty kick, and now a penalty kick that's been reversed back to a clean play.
But here's my question. When the play ended, did the ball go over the end line, and why are we restarting with a drop ball? Because if there was no foul, wouldn't it be a goal kick or a corner kick?
I agree. Yeah, that's a great point. Or is it on the whistle? Is the ball dead there?
Right.
Is the play just dead right then? It doesn't matter where the ball is if it's in play or.
What is the gentleman's agreement here? You don't contest the drop ball?
Right. So if you're a Stanford fan, that turned out the best possible way that you could hope for it to turn out right there.
Well, this game has certainly not been without drama and excitement and physicality.
And the one other thing that I will say, the reaction, though, of Schnebly after the play to the official, he got away with one there, too. He could have easily drawn a yellow there. Well, there's a misplay and an opportunity here on the cross. There it is. And it will just fly over everyone, but Stanford will settle it opposite side, clear it back in. Header off the top of the crossbar, and then it goes in. Went off of Jibe and in. 2-1 Stanford.
Well, isn't that just a picture of how quickly things can turn in this game?
So at the 42-minute mark, 2-1 Stanford. Watch this.
Okunlola does well. He just cross comes in.
You see Jibe trying to catch it with his chest, and there was just too much on that, and it went right off of him and into his own net.
Yeah, just a spin. I believe it's Keel getting his head on the initial ball, powers off the post, and just the spin of that ball and the velocity of it just comes heavy off of Jibe's chest.
Well, he had to cut in front of Chow because Chow was going to be there to put it in, but just too much. So 2-1 Stanford. Man, what drama we've had in the last 3 minutes here.
So much.
Man, that's going to result in a foul against Clemson. Oh, and then a little chatter along the sideline as well. Duquesne came up, had words, and a man down here for Stanford, which I believe is Bohane.
The initial challenge there is tough. It's for Bohane. Duquesne just comes to the back of Chow a little bit.
Schnebly will foot it forward. So stop the clock with 1:44 left here in the first. 2-1 now Stanford. An automatic whistle. I guess we're resetting. So not 1:44. You're going to put a clock back to 1:57. For some reason, they started the clock, which they should not have. They'll have to reset it back to 1:57. Took 4 seconds off the clock. Yeah, we're ready to go. That ball is going to be headed out of bounds, and it'll become a corner.
How organized they are defensively.
Yep. Good play in, but headed and then it goes awry. And another player down for Clemson. And
I'm just calling out the medical personnel this
Maynard?
time.
Is that 15? Yes. He sets up. But there is blood.
Oh, it looks like he's got a bloody nose, doesn't it?
Yes, there's blood. See him there in the middle. It looks like he took an elbow. Looks like he took one from Cleary. Watch it here. No, excuse me. It wasn't clear. He was the man swooping by.
Yeah, I think that was Starobo.
Starobo, yeah.
Ouch.
Nothing that a little cotton in the nose won't stop. Stanford seeing if they can organize one more attack here as we have 45 seconds and under. Cross it. Let's stop. Clear it out. Clemson will not get an offensive attack here. Day in the half. So Stanford will go to the locker room leading it 2-1. The first 6 minutes of the game were unbelievable. The last 6 minutes of the half were unbelievable. Take a look at stats here. 14 fouls called in the first half. I got to admit, it was more like there was 20.
It felt like more. It really did. It was a physical game.
And in that first half, 2 goals on the board under Coach Gunn, 46-2-8. Take a look at Clemson. If Clemson can get to scoring 2 goals under Coach Noonan, they're 68-9-4. But if they get to 3 goals, which is what
there's been a serial offender. I think you and I thought that, perhaps Bohane had the 2 fouls on Yoshizauer right back to back. Was a bit fortunate that he didn't go in the book there. So you wonder if he's involved, if they're going to go right to their pocket and plot a card there.
Good quick touches here by Stanford as they look to attack. They're going to get an opportunity for a cross here, and there it is. Be headed out, but right at the top of the box, shot fired and sails high.
Quite keep that on frame.
There's the good cross, the header out, and settled nicely, but that ball just bouncing ever so much.
Yeah, this last touch just went away from goal a little bit.
There's a trip and a foul called here, and we also have a man down behind the play.
That was Palmer Bank there just with a touch, and I think you're getting your answer, Don. I think he's going to go right in the book there. Yeah. So he is going to tighten up the reins on this game.
And it has.
And again, to me, it doesn't seem so egregious. Like, oh my, that's a yellow card.
That's the 3rd yellow against Stanford. Had 2 in the first half. One of them was against the bench head coach Jeremy Gunn. There you see the little push, a little extracurricular there.
We've seen some great ones both here and
plus
there.
Clemson had won 10 in a row over the Gamecocks, so you know that they were. Now that has to end at some point in time, but still have not beaten Clemson in 11 in a row.
That's a good tackle there.
Yep. Carried forward, Bohane, good feed. And Gibe there to stop. Low shot fire that's going to deflect, and Ndema get there, he will.
But he never likes that mentality because he likes to look forward.
Yes. This little move, good touch. Opportunity here for Clemson on the cross. Just tipped away.
Keeps moving his feet. Doesn't dive in on Richmond.
And Richmond had maybe an opportunity to cross it, but just waited just a tad too long. Backside going to be headed out.
I tell you, Noah Adnan is tough to break down back there.
Not even in school yet. Stanford will not start school until September 23rd.
Yeah, we were talking that they will host Duke the night before school starts, and I think that would be their 9th game.
Pushing the box, try to turn, quick shot, but defended well.
Clemson just looking for a little bit of sustained possession here.
There's a penalty there on the, or foul call, I should say, on the tackle.
Magnuson's going to draw the first yellow card for Clemson there. Just a little late on the challenge on Bohane.
Bohane down. Backheel touch. Magnuson.
Just a little late on
the ankle.
Both of these teams dangerous on sets. There's trouble.
Oh, man, went right across the face.
Just the slightest of touches. That is a good whipped ball from Bohane.
Skipped across and did not get there. Ball headed forward, touch forward. Ooh, fine defensive play by Cleary just to clear that away.
Yeah, that was just out of round. He just looked around and said, hey, where's everyone else?
Long lead. Settled. Trimnell plays it off to the corner. Try to cross. Will bring a corner kick.
Well, you said it felt like a December match that these two teams have played against one another recently.
Ball is going to be headed out. Become a goal kick.
I think it actually came off of his shoulder.
On his shoulder. Flores. Paz, a nice sliding tackle. Oh, and a fortuitous bounce. Opportunity, deflects out off of the shot in the top of the box. Ooh. There's a sliding tackle that sends the Clemson player scrambling. And that was Gian. And that, you're taking a look there at Musa, the player down for Clemson.
Yeah, I think that last touch from Groeneveld there actually looked worse than it was because he showed his cleats, but no contact with Gian in the end.
This is here just kicking the ball. Yeah. Shot attempt all at the same time.
Titus Sandy there for putting his head into a dangerous situation.
Clemson looking to see if they can get something off of the wing. Oh, they do cross it. The kick goes up and over.
Clipped ball there. Does well.
The attempted bicycle. Ooh, ball deflects but carried forward. Defense on the backside. Okunlola. And that ball will deflect.
You're going to hear a whistle. Both guys got tangled up with one another.
High drive kick. And that's going to be off the Cardinal. Damon will play it quickly. Oh, official stop action. And Damon was doing his best to catch the defense back. Too hard down the. Play it through, but too strong. To Flores. Quickly, Clemson pushes it into the Stanford half. Pause off the pass from Musa. Richmond. The Stanford defense, but it flows well.
And you can see just the tightly organized, solid blocks of players.
Richmond could not handle the pass inside. Fletcher Bank, long carry. Paz went for the tackle, missed that. Bank carries it out front. Oh, and Paz able to take it away off the foot of Bohane.
And these are the moments that Clemson has to counter quicker.
Push it quickly, but this is like 1-on-5. dive, and down goes the Clemson attacker, Gian. And he's going to draw. They're going to draw a card. It is.
And I got to be honest with you, he's fooled the referee there. He knows his last touch is heavy, so he intentionally draws the contact. I don't see that there's a foul there, much less a yellow card. But the way things have gone, why not?
Bounces up.
Does a nice job of cutting in. The last touch is heavy there, and yes, there's some contact with Groeneveld, but I don't think that's the touch
was away the shoulder and the leaning in on.
Yeah, the touch was already too heavy. He was never going to get to it anyway.
Take a look once again at
this
Ransford Gian.
This is always dangerous because it's an opportunity to load the opposition's penalty.
A little chat there amongst the competitors. And that ball just served. You would think this would be much more of a weapon in the men's game. There are very few that know how to do this well, the long throw. And Damo would just call. Push it forward. Yashisoa. Whoa, nice little move there as he carries it forward. Gian, quick touch back. That ball deflects. It'll be a throw in for Clemson in the deep third. G-Bay loads up, fires, trying to go high right corner and is wide.
Tipped at the last minute, didn't look like it had a chance, and foot this half with that mentality.
Play it to the wing one more time. Look for the cross. Nope.
You can just see Jubei here. He's just urging Okunlolo to play higher. He wants him in a more advanced position.
Sandy. And just pushes it back. Here's the cross in. Oh, it skipped across. Nobody there. Out front, shot fired, deflects. Another shot deflects.
Oh my.
Comes back outside, shot sails high.
I think we're going to have a look at this, or perhaps no, but.
And a man down.
You've got Trimnell appealing for last touch, calling for a corner kick. You've got Guion appealing for a handball, and meanwhile you've got a Stanford player down who took the initial contact. It looked like it perhaps came off of someone's arm, but a lot of players in that area. It was tough to see after the initial shot.
Look here.
Ooh, it's like he took it right into the stomach.
Yeah. Let's see, this was a handball. We take one more look at this.
Perhaps, but I think that's the.
I don't think it's any place where you can say the hand gained him an advantage.
Right, did gain an advantage and wasn't in an unnatural position,
right,
up and away from the body.
Good chip, good opportunity here. Good sliding tackle, and it'll become
on goal.
It's a good job by Duquesne.
Oh, we're looking at some.
Boy, there was a push out front that happened way from a
And I tell you, I think Yoshizawa was on the receiving end of
Yes, he was. Oh, and there's
Got more.
retaliation by Paz. And now, what's kind of really started more first half than it has been here second half, tempers are flaring. And let's see how this works out. So this will be, what, our third look of the night?
Fourth. 2 penalties, situation
That's right.
Trimble and Adjun.
That's right. That's right. Looks like we're going to play. Yep, no cards, no foul. See Mike Noonan reacting, the Clemson head coach. The replay monitor tonight has not been his friend.
No, and I think he voiced his displeasure. He just felt a little hard done by, and I think he's got an argument in some of those cases. And
Sending, oh, that comes across, and that was dangerous.
on the end of that as well.
Oh, yeah, right. They went off the knee.
I tell you, he has been balls to flick on to Guillen running beyond.
Ball goes to going deflected back into the Stanford player and becomes a goal kick. How about that? And we'll see the long throw in, or the official now. He's just tired of waiting on Bank and says, let's go, let's play.
Just give him a little bit of warning on time. It's certainly too early to.
Shizawa trying to carry it through traffic, can't. It's taken away from him. A corner.
They're just going to work down there, trying to earn something.
Somehow it got out of that corner. And finally clear. And a shot on frame, and Damon will take that as he kick right back into the Clemson zone. Keel trying to push it across the top of the box. Sandy trying to defend him. Ball comes out front, deflects.
Oh, that's clever from Guillen.
Able to hang on to it after battling Palmer Bank there.
And again, just able to slow down play enough to get numbers behind the ball. It's transitional moments so important.
Lola trying to push it through. He pushed it off the side of his foot, but there was nobody there.
It's really nicely done from Keel there.
Oh, but here's another opportunity, and Magnuson wisely pushes it to the far sideline for a throw-in. Centered. G-Bay will settle it, try to clear it out.
Issue and try to nick the ball there. You've got a 2v1 using the defender to squeeze it a space as well.
There's a cross, a deflection, it's going to be pushed in for a goal. Offside. DeFlores was there on the far side to push it in. And now it's 3-1 Stanford, and that is a huge goal here, second half. Stanford teams under Coach Gunn 67-0-4 when scoring 3 or more. So a deep hole for Clemson to try to dig out of now.
Well, again, it's the trouble comes from the wide area. Good job of pinning the ball up, and the
Got by Magnuson there, right? Trying to think who that was there, middle. That ball just bounced by him.
Okunlola, just a last deflected touch there, kind of puts it beyond the path of Magnuson. But I think if Magnuson gets on the end of it anyway, he's got the chance to turn it to his own goal. But DeFlores is just there to pounce it in for his 4th goal of the year. He's well on pace to beat his mark from last year. He had 7 goals in 2023. He's already at 4 this year.
So now Clemson has to get aggressive offensively. Down 2 goals. They'll get a chance here with a corner. Yoshizawa trying to push it in, trying to get it right back, and taken down out front. And there's a foul call, and as a result, they're going to...
Dangerous attacking situation.
A foul there on Keel, kind of trying to peer around the wall a little bit. All right, what exactly do I have to do with this? Lines up, lets it fly, and he scores!
That's the
Clemson right back in it.
Well, Don, you just called it. So much traffic in there. It's tough for Schnebly to even see the ball. And when Gervais steps up, put that right in the side netting, didn't he?
We could tell it, Schnebly, he was thinking, all right, he's going to go to my left. He's going to go to my left. He went to his right. He just got frozen. You saw him take a little step, half step, hop step that way.
Yeah, the quality of that strike.
Watch this. Watch the bend on that as it comes right into your living room.
Just as soon as you feel like momentum has shifted one way, again, it's the moments we talk about, 5 minutes after a goal that you're most vulnerable. You see it time and time again, and game on.
Again, captains being called together as chatted up. And now they're gonna go. What are they looking at here?
Let me guess. We're gonna go to video review.
This may check off number 3 in the box of the 7. I'm really not sure what he's looking at.
Well, and if I'm Coach Noonan in this situation, I'm incensed because you feel like you've just seized momentum of the game again, and now there's another lull in the action,
right?
And a stoppage. Let's get on with it and get back to playing football. And now we stopped it again to look at who knows what.
Is everybody on side?
I don't understand, but there's probably about 6,200 other people that are in the same boat. Did the assistant referee's flag go up?
No, I never saw it go up. Now, watching the initial line, where Minard is 15.
And is the interpretation if he is involved in the play because he's somehow screened the vision of the goalkeeper?
So the goal's going to stand as they come out. Give a thumbs up. Coach, you see Coach Noonan in the background kind of shaking his head. But my guess is that that's
the goal.
What we're being told in our ears that yes, they were looking at the offside position. And now you get a stoppage for 90
right.
seconds, 2 minutes, and it's evaporated.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that has made Clemson so tough here at this venue is that they feed off the energy of the crowd. And You score a goal, and now you got to wait 2 minutes for it to go quiet again.
Ball went to the corner, but went out of bounds. And headed forward, and once again, Fletcher Bank. He will cross it, and then that was trouble.
That was a good positive touch to
Clemson looking to come on the attack. Shizawa settles it down. And that becomes a corner. Is it?
Well, this is why Stanford is
throw
dangerous here.
Okay, they call throw in, not a corner kick. Yeah, this is the cross. Watch, DeFlores was filling.
I'll tell you, Duquesne is fortunate there because the cardinal rule is you want to be goal side and ball side, and he was neither.
Cross in, header up. Yoshizawa settles it in the box, pushes it back outside, chips it back in, and the one touch goes high.
It looks like it's Meinhardt here, just getting on this, trying to come back for it.
Yeah, trying to one-time that.
For that Clemson back line, strong in the air, good with his back to goal, and now with these new substitution rules, Alex Chow has come on for him. Jackson's kill night is done, and this is something he is just so quick and technical in those tight areas.
Duquesne, 1v1 on the sideline, able to push it up, slide, stoppage of ball down. Are we going to get a whistle and a foul call? We are. And again, this will be, for all intents and purposes, like a corner.
Clear he's getting called there on the tackle. Looks like the initial tackle was clean, but he stayed on the ground, and always going to get called for dangerous play in that situation. Oh, it's actually Bohane.
Yeah, Bohane again involved.
Yeah.
Well, played in a little low and headed out. Oh, and then he can't be control, and a whistle, and that foul will be against Clemson. Cross in. Think about how the last 6 minutes of the first half ended. We're just now getting to the good part.
Yeah. So
push it to the wing, and that's nicely defended. Chow able to get a foot on that. Send it to the sideline for a throw-in.
I always felt like that first conference game always felt a little bit different anyway. Yes, you've had some preseason matches. Yes, you may play with an in-state rival. Yes, you played somebody across town, but that first conference game just feels different. And we talked about it.
That's a good feed across. There is the cross to center and headed out. He'll be able to get a head on it though. Keep it alive. Inside, carrying it, push it off. Another chip across. Settled, shot, comes across, out front. Boy, bodies went flying. Right side of the penalty box area. Oh, we get a man down.
I couldn't tell who that was getting forward. If that was...
That's a cramp there.
Galen Flynn on that looked like he was involved in the tackle there as he swung through.
So that's Fletcher Bank that's down. That's a cramp. There's the chip across. Some bodies just go sprawling.
It has been cool by Clemson, South Carolina standards. I feel like the last few minutes of the game were going to favor the Clemson team as they will look to maintain possession and press for that goal.
Well, a heavy touch. No call there. Yes, they did. Whistle and a foul called. Fletcher Bank begging, and there comes a yellow. Slow torture. See a little bit of a heavy touch there by Flynn. Fletcher Bank came across.
He's got an argument. Well, it didn't look like a lot of contact, did it?
Bender in, but is headed right back out. And again, Stanford would just clear it. Got it back. Shizawa sends it back. Gian moves it to the end, tried to center it. Pushed out, sent back deep. 4 minutes left. If you're a Clemson fan, you may want to hope maybe the luck of the ladies are with you. Clemson women last night in Columbia against the state rival South Carolina scored a goal in the last 60 seconds to get out of Columbia with a tie.
Yeah, just right there to death.
Yeah.
Christian Brathwaite equalizing.
That ball, they're going to rule a corner here for Clemson. Here's a player went down on that kick as it's cleared out. Stays in bounds. Push it right out front. Chip it. Looking for Kelly. The header to the shot right out front. Sails high. Oh, what an opportunity there for Clemson.
I tell you,
But I believe it's going to be a corner. Actually, it was defended well. Boy, opportunity knocked there for Clemson.
What a nice little deft chip there to the back post from
A shot that deflects back out. Under 3 to go. Again, they look for the corner. Gibet will take the corner here, and he'll play it out. Chip it in. Head it back out. Chase down. Cardinal just trying to place pack back defense as they can and survive this. Another chip. Comes across, pushed in to the top of the box, could not be settled. And here comes Stanford the opposite way. Fletcher Bank. He's going to look to push it to the deep corner.
Yeah, he's just going to look to kill time.
Yep.
He's going to clip it across now, isn't he?
Here comes a cross ball taken away from him behind and cleared, but Stanford will look to try to head it just back in deep. Settled. And tackle from behind and a whistle blown on Chow. And they'll stop the clock with 1:48 left. And again, man down for Stanford back. And once again, that's Fletcher Bank, the second time we've seen him go down.
Looking at these are the moments where you just feel like the flow of the game. We get another stoppage.
And he's going to come out this time.
They're going to allow a substitution here, and it's going to be Louis Shirobo coming back in.
Comes in, yeah.
I think that's just a move to shore up defensively here and see this thing out if you're Stanford.
Magnuson plays it off to the wing. Flynn plays it back. 90 seconds. Chip in, looking for Flynn. Able to try to redirect, but just cleared. They settle. Turn. Top of box, tipped away and covered up. Stanford trying to clear it back out. Throw in. Mike Noonan would quickly pick that up. Give it to his Sandy, the throw in. Towards the end line it goes. Bodies go down. Last touch by Clemson. Oh, and then maybe a little taunting there. That was in football. That would draw a flag. And he'll stop the clock with 9 seconds left. And all Stanford has to do here is just clear this. Goal.
They're just looking to win this first ball here and even put this out of play.
The countdown. Too far back. So Stanford will come to Clemson, South Carolina, their first match as a member of the ACC, and they will prevail. 3-2, the final. As number 5 in the country comes in and downs the number 2 team in the country. Something tells me this won't be the last time these two clubs play here in 2024.
Yeah, I could see both of these teams making very deep runs. But what a bizarre game, right? So many stoppages, so many video reviews, odd goals. You had the goal that was credited to Lucasen, but could have been called an own goal. You had one penalty, no call, one penalty that was given. You had an own goal, and then goals in quick succession. I mean, the 6,200 fans here tonight got their money's worth.